Thank you all, and welcome to the Game of Thrones panel. To get in here. We have our showrunners here, and we have a whole bunch of our cast members that we're going to introduce to you and talk about the show for a while, and then answer the questions. But before we begin all of that, we have a clip to show you of what has gone before. So here's a sample from our first season, recently concluded. That's pretty amazing work. I managed to cover it in 10 minutes, but it took me 1,200 pages. It was an extraordinary first season, and I want to bring out some of the people who made it so extraordinary. So I'll bring them out one by one, and let's start with the Kingslayer, Sir Jaime Lannister. Next we have Jon Snow. And the queen you love to hate, Cersei Lannister. And the Emmy. Drogo. Being Daenerys Stormborn. The two showrunners who have put all of this together and done such an amazing job. Big Head and Little Head, I'm not sure which is which here. But David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. So I have some questions for the crew here that I will be tossing to them one by one. And then at a certain point we will open it up for questions from the floor. So I think there's some good questions, but not for a while yet. So the last one comes first, so let's start with David and Dan here about how this all started. What was your first introduction to the books? How did you get involved in this madness? Well, yes.
And about 6 years ago, we were able to the books were sent about 6 years ago. I am ashamed to admit I hadn't heard of them back in 2006. And the first 4 showed up on the doorstep, and they were about 5,000 pages. And I just thought, wow, I don't know how I'm going to get into these. But I remember the scene that I did get into it. It's basically what you just saw out there when Bran gets pushed out the window. And from that moment on, I was completely hooked. I had the same experience that so many millions of readers have had, where it's like crack on paper when you can't stop. And at the time, people said, people were talking about doing it as a movie. And various people from movie studios would call and say, I figured it out, I've got it, I've cracked it, I know how to make this into a 2.5-hour movie. our PG-13 movie. So we couldn't understand that. And I remember very distinctly calling you, George, and saying, the only way we can see doing this is as an HBO series, thinking you would go for it. And we got really lucky and we went for it.
We're very happy, and I think you folks are going to be very happy too that we did go that way. Amelia, a question for you. Your story is quite the Cinderella story. Like you came to this project right out of drama school.
Yeah.
Would you? I mean, if you could go back in one of these many DeLorean time machines you see around the thing and talk to yourself 3 years ago, what advice would you give about what lies ahead of you?
Oh my goodness, I would do exactly the same thing as I was going to do anyway. Yeah, I don't know what advice I'd give myself. Take a deep breath and read George R. R. Martin's books. Yeah, it's been incredible. It's been an absolute...
Does drama school really prepare you for that?
No, there were no dragons in drama school. So. I don't know. I think it was the thing that prepared me for this was Danny, like falling in love with her, and just the book, your amazing words and the amazing character that she is. That's kind of been everything.
Has the show changed your life, or
yes.
Are you being recognized as something?
No, see the hair. I can't expect everyone to get out and be like, who is this guy? No. Although, actually one person, and I got she gave me free frozen yogurt, so I was so
one for you. You played a hero in the Saracona Chronicles. And now you're playing a character that many of these people hate. How is that different for you? How do you prepare for that as an actress? Which do you prefer?
Well, it's kind of fun to be able to play a character who isn't trying to be morally good. So it's kind of fun, I'm not trying to please anybody, but I have to say, people come out and say, I hate you. It's kind of fun. Like, the hands of it.
Do you like Cersei?
I love her. I think she's misunderstood. She loves her children. Extremely so.
This is your first Comic-Con, you just told me. Now, you started in New Amsterdam, and now in this. Are you a secret science fiction fantasy geek?
It's not a secret, no. I'm a fan. Yeah.
No?
I have to say thank you for coming. It's a ridiculous experience. I can't feel my feet.
I know as an actor, over the years you've probably gotten many good reviews and many bad reviews, as usually comes, but did anything in your past prepare you for the intense internet discussion of your nose?
I have a story. Years ago, I was in Iceland and I shot a movie, and at the wrap party, the gaffer guy who controls the lighting, he came up to me really drunk and said, "Hey, I'll tell you, when I saw that nose, I thought, shit, I'm in trouble." But I'm sitting here now.
The geek capital of the world here. There's a question that's on the minds of half of the people here, which is, and I've got to ask you, who would win, Khal Drogo or Conan?
Between you and me, Drogo would kick Conan.
We saw in the clip the incredible scene where you ripped out the throat of Mago. Of course, a scene which is not actually in my books.
I'm sorry about that, George. It was all our fault.
Yeah, whose fault is that? That was an incredible moment. You should have loved that. How did that scene come about?
I went to David and Dan because I finished going. I was like, I just chopped off 100 people's heads. And I felt like we should. George was just such a badass. I wanted just to do one scene, and I wanted to. The most intimidating thing to me would be to like not even use a weapon and just to take his weapons out. And he said something to my wife. Look, I had a dream. I wanted to rip someone's throat out. But yeah, I wanted to do something so it looked like he was just the baddest man in the world, and you know, and you guys, I'm sorry about that, and I hope you like it. Don't hate me.
I love that scene.
Thank you, sir.
I love that scene. I think everybody here. Peter. Congratulations on the Emmy nomination. I'm often asked when I do signings who's my favorite character in books, and I always answer Tyrion. And I know many of the readers say he's my favorite character too. What is it like to step into a situation where you have hundreds of thousands of people who already know your character and love it? Does that change your approach as an actor?
Well, I don't know if I even have an approach as an actor. But I think that everybody on this panel was faced with that. When we started this show, really big shoes to fill, and I think, yes, Tyrion is liked a lot, but so are some of these other characters. Yeah, it was terrifying.